Hello everybody, I am working on this little piece here, and I am doing decoupage. So you can see here, this is the paper I'm using. This is just scrapbook paper, and sometimes I use scrapbook and sometimes I use gift wrapping paper, but you want to make sure that the paper is a little bit thicker. So you can see here I've just finished this side, and now I'm going to decoupage this paper on this side, and I'll just show you. This is the way I do decoupage. People do decoupage different ways, but this is the way that I do it, and it's sort of I've never had it fail on me doing it this way. So some of the things that I need, you need one of these. I use one of these. You can get it at Home Depot. I think that's where I bought it. And then my glue and my brush and a cloth to get the excess glue. So I'm just going to start, and then once I'm done this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a top coat on top of this, and then on top of my top coat I'm going to deepen it with black wax, which is this wax here. So it's going to, I want it to look, and I probably will come and I will sand this down and make it look more torn and worn. That's the look I'm going for. You can see here the paper kind of already has a distressed look to it, but I'm going to add to that even more by coming in with my sander, distressing it, and aging it with black wax. So how I do that will be on my YouTube channel. I won't do that live on Facebook. I'll put it on my YouTube channel. So if you want to see how I grunge this, you can go subscribe to my YouTube channel. So this is what I do. I know now. I've positioned it now. This is where I know this is the right fit, and I'm just going to start putting on glue. Now this door is a little bit tricky because you can see it actually has a cutout here, and so I'm gonna be pressing a little bit differently because of this cutout. And so the glue I'm using is actually, hello Annette, thanks for joining me. The glue I'm using is, you've probably seen me do this before. This is not Mod Podge, this is actually wallpaper glue, and I find the wallpaper glue works the best for decoupage. At least on furniture, it really sticks well to furniture. So I'm just going to get it started, and this is how I get it started. And if it moves a little bit, I'm not going to panic, although this glue is really powerful glue. Because remember, I'm going to be coming in and distressing all this. So then I just get my little tool, and I'm going to be pressing this way because there's a ridge here, right? So that's why I'm doing it a little bit differently. I can't just go straight down, because I have to deal with the edges here. So I'm just going to do my edges first, and then any excess glue, you just wipe it away. So I'm going to do my edges, and then I'm going to come down. So my edges are down, and then I'm going to start pressing down, and then I'll come back and I'll lift this up and go underneath. But this is how you make sure that you don't have bubbles, is just by using this tool. And then you just lift it up and you just start putting on more glue. It's that simple. And I lift it up a little bit more because I don't know exactly where I left off. And just put on the glue because it's gonna come, you can wipe it away once you're done. It's better to have more glue because you can get rid of the excess, right? Then not have enough and then the paper not stick. You don't want that to happen. You want to make sure your paper is going to stick. So there we go. That is about how much I put on. And then I'm just going to start rubbing it with my applicator here. So I'm pushing it down, right? Because I'm going to get rid of the excess glue, and I'm pushing it down to make sure there's no bubbles. I think the doors are not even because I'm getting more paper on this side, but that's okay. And you can come in afterwards. Distressing is a good way to hide imperfections too. And also, if I needed to, I can come back afterwards with some paint and fill in gaps with paint. So that's something else that you could do. So a lot of glue is now going to come down here, and you just wipe it away. See there, all the glue is coming down on the bottom down there, and I'm just going to wipe it away. So I just want to make sure I'm getting the edges here. So once this dries, I'm going to need to let this sit, and I want to make sure this is totally dry, and then I will put on my top coat, and I will put on black wax, and that is going to make it look really, really cool. So that's kind of what I'm about with my pieces, is I do a lot of, create a lot of texture and character, and that's how you sort of build all that up, by layering and doing really interesting things. Otherwise, to me, this is just really boring, this look. So I'm going to do all the additions, and there we go. It's that simple. And you can go and watch the rest of what I do here on my YouTube channel. So it feels really good. Just go take your hand around and make sure it feels really good. And then you want to make sure this is totally dry before you do anything else. Where do you get the paper? This is just from either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I get, this is just scrapbook paper. So if you use scrapbook paper, it's a little bit thick. I find it to be a good thickness. Oftentimes I will use gift wrap paper, but you want to make sure your paper is sort of thicker. So yeah, this is just scrapbook paper, and I use a lot of this. So I can feel right here there's a problem. So I'm just going to push down a little bit more. I felt a bubble there. But yeah, just get it at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Don't use cheap paper, and don't use really thin paper. It will tear. So that's it. And the glue I use is wallpaper glue. I find it to be the best glue for putting on furniture. This is just wallpaper glue, inexpensive glue from Hobby Lobby. No, not Hobby Lobby, Home Depot or Lowe's. I find this is the best glue. So that's it, you guys. And this tool is also from the hardware store. That's it. Thanks, you guys. Hopefully that was helpful.